in this case, I'm going to try to keep it in the same composition. So I'm just making the circular part. Right the way they have it, it's going to be a little different with the light source. So this circular part represents the highlight, almost like a pool ball. And then as it goes a little bit further away, these are just setting up these parameters for the tones. And just like a globe, if you think of the longitude and latitude, I'm kind of looking, here's a straight line first, and just see if I can't start to curve initial lines almost like a wireframe. And that wraps around those sections to get me started. Once I get that, I'm kind of there. I take a look, the elliptical shape for the shadow has to go beneath it. If you can imagine it being built up in a box shape where it has the lines, the light rays coming down, like bouncing this edge, capsulating the cast shadow. So I'm going to bounce it off a little bit closer here. So that gives me that section. Now all these are just circular pieces again that are going to wrap around this. And you can kind of see how it builds that section to it. And the same idea, you're trying to build up the value and using these lines, longitude and latitude, just like the crosshatch lines. That's where it's building that section up, wrapping around the other side. Once you get it laid out, you can see how the cast shadow is, again, just going back to those angles of the lines of the isometric. That helps me. The secondary one, just be a little bit smaller. And the third one, even smaller, but those give another value of dark to light. And you can even find that edge and do the lines so they crosshatch the opposite direction. So it's building up that piece. Now, in this case, I'm just going to start to look for the darkest value and just continue that curve. You can kind of see it building up. And now it's just a matter of a shorter rim around this part coming across. So it takes a little dexterity in there with the pen. You can see where it's building that part up. And you can see how it's building that section up, and just let it blend in. And again, just may overlap, which is fine because you're shading it in just right. Perfectly laid it out. And you can rotate your paper to get a nice spherical shape there. And see, it becomes a little trickier. And just find the bottom edge where it's touching the ground and give it a little bit more tone. Pretty good there. how that looks. And I have a 3 shape